After the 4-jaw chuck adventures, I think now it's time to take care of the 3-jaw chuck. They call it. Right, if I install here a cylindrical piece, this is a nice finish, the thing is cylindric, and I install it just the same way I should install whatever other piece. That's not good. Not good at all. Some time ago I gave these jaws a little touch of boring bar. And with these 3 little pieces here I held the jaws in place and then with the boring bar cut it out. Knowing very well that these jaws are hardened. The problem is of course that this is a quality chuck and the jaws are so hard that it hardly cuts. So this time I will use a cute little pink grinding stone. And as is tradition, I suppose, it's of course a little bit more complicated than it seems. Now, my little grinding stone here, of course, fit in my drill machine, hand machine here. No problem. Normally I install this thing in my lathe and then I fit my drill machine here. This one doesn't fit, but the problem is an easy fix because I have a custom built ring that I can fit here like this, and then tighten the bolt here on the back side and this will work. The problem is of course that this shank or whatever you want to call it, this part here doesn't fit in the tool holder. So first job, reduce these dimensions to make them fit in here. An easy solution is, I think, to install this part here on a milling machine, so I can cut this surface and this surface in one setup. And because of this little bolt here is a little bit higher than the rest of the surface. Okay, bolt, you can go. You can go. Okay, bolt, you can go. Ah. Huh, that was easy. I thought I found a very nice setup to do this. But if I want to work the side that you cannot really see very well in this angle, my clamping bolt here is gonna touch the milling head before I reach the end of the cut here. So this setup will not work. Let's find something else. I gave the vise a twist in the other direction, but I suppose you already noticed it. So I can see better what I'm doing. Let's that could work. To hold my three little pieces here in place before I tighten the chuck. Last time I had them flush with this surface here, and just with a little bit of masking tape I glued them on. But I would like to have them a little bit higher. I think it will be better if I use a parallel and then put them like this on parallels. But of course now I cannot use masking tape anymore. That's not gonna work. Let's find a easier solution. This one is a little bit different because I used one of these three to make something else, so I had to cut a new one. Instead of taking this chuck off, I also could of course loosen this big nut here and take the whole thing apart, which in theory is easier, but also way heavier. So I preferred this method. Before I start grinding, it's maybe a good idea to first cut out this little part of material here that I don't need. So out goes this one and in comes the boring bar. that looks good. Let's set up the grinding machine thing. There's maybe not really need of these things. Right, here we go. It starts to look like something. Maybe one or two more passes and it will be good. That's good. No, it's not good. When I tighten the chuck just a little bit, normally the part should be held in place. Not really tight, but held in place. And as you can hear, there is again a problem. If I tighten a bit more, there still is a problem. I checked the 3 jaws with something straight. And the thing is wobbling, wiggling. And the hinge point is between the 2nd and the 3rd groove. So this here is the highest point. And there is also the spot where these little plates were pushing on. So what I think was happening is that my grinding stone worked perfectly well on all the spots except this one, because it was pushed away by this surface, which doesn't exist on all the others, of course. So now I have to think of a better way to fix the problem. To regrind the jaws of this small chuck here, it is very easy. Because there are the holes here, the bolt holes to hold this top part in place. I made a ring with 3 little tabs and that fits of course here. And then I tighten the chuck a bit and I have a lot of room to pass with my little grinding stone. So this works perfectly well. Now, if I could do the same for my bigger chuck, drill and tap a hole, or maybe only drill would be already, I think, enough in the top part here. And then maybe if I tap I can install a little bolt, but I think only drill a hole in here and then make a dedicated ring to hold them in place. That could work just fine, if I can drill this. Let's find out. This is a carbide end mill. Same idea like this one. And you can drill with it because of the cutting edge. It goes over the whole diameter. Carbide in hardened steel normally should work, but nothing. I don't get it. I think the easiest way will be just like this. I reinstalled my 3 little pieces of nothing here, but I installed them below the surface of the jaws. If I put this pipe against these little surfaces of the jaws, as you can see, there is a big gap here. And that is of course on all 3 of them, which means my grinding stone will not touch these little pieces. Let's give it a try. A little bit more. This should be it. I think it's a success. Let's indicate. Yes. Maximum difference 3/100ths is less than 1 thou. I don't think it will get any better because there's always some movement in the spindle here of about 2/100ths. So I think this is a very nice result. One thing's for sure, it is a lot better than it was before. So I will call this also a win. Now imagine that one day you want to make something and all you have to do is break out your tool and start making, and you don't have any setbacks and you don't have to make any changes or special fixtures or whatever, and everything works from the first go. I think that would be too easy.